Hello everybody, hi, I'm Darfius.
And I'm Tera.
And you're watching Serial Movies.
Woo! Welcome to the year of 2020, everybody.
I hope you have a great one.
Happy New Year.
It was good for us as well. Let's get to it.
To kickstart the year, we're gonna start by reviewing one of my favorite movie, my ultimate favorite movie, Captain Fantastic.
Woo! Yeah, I really love this movie. You guys should watch it. If you don't watch our review first.
Yeah. So the movie premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2016 and directed by Matt Ross. You might have known Matt Ross as an actor, but this time he directed the whole movie.
So Matt Ross acted in these two big movies that worth mentioning, like The Aviator. They won Best Picture that year. He was in the movie, and also American Psycho. He's like the first victim that Christian Bale did kill. So you should take a look at it.
The movie was nominated in the Oscars, Golden Globe, and BAFTA for the Best Actor, which is Viggo Mortensen, our King Aragon. He also acted along some few other young talents, which is George McKay, Annalise Basso, and Samantha Isler.
You know, when Viggo Mortensen acted in that movie, it wasn't some lame shit. He's like the Meryl Streep to us.
When you have Meryl Streep in a movie, it's possibly be an Oscar.
Yeah, true. So I think
when you have Viggo Mortensen, it's possibly be in the Oscars.
I mean, I go extra when I say if there's Viggo Mortensen in the movie, it might won Best Picture.
But Captain Fantastic wasn't even nominated.
Yeah, also, I mean, like, Captain Fantastic is the first one that wasn't nominated for Best Picture. Oh, that's a shame.
Which have Viggo Mortensen in it.
It has Viggo Mortensen.
I think for our time, the Oscar magnates could be Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of movies which is in Oscars radar. Matt Ross also won Best Director Award in Cannes Film Festival. I know they premiered in Sundance, but they also showed the film in Cannes Film Festival. Matt Ross won Best Director.
Yeah, in that year.
And the movie also said to have a 10-minute standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival. Yay! I mean, 10 minutes is super long.
Yeah, for me, I think it's an exaggeration. I always thought like nobody stands for 10 minutes. We watched the Oscar live, you know, the last time Leonardo DiCaprio get a standing ovation. I've timed it. I mean, it's not even 5 minutes, like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think because Oscar is on a time constraint with the production. So moving on, I'm gonna mention some of the notable scenes in the movie. For me, the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was wondering where are they taking me. I mean, it started off with this shot of some forest, and then you see this white guy covered in mud slaying a moose.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was going one direction, and then the whole family arrives looking the same with mud on their face and all. Okay, another direction. And then you see this Viggo Mortensen's character opening up the moose, taking out the heart or the liver or the intestine, and then let the boy eat it. And I was like, okay, where are we going?
Is it like Game of Thrones all over again? Eating the heart?
Yeah, eating horse's heart.
Yeah.
I was wondering, where are we going? Or am I watching an indigenous movie or something?
Yeah, first time I watched it, I thought it was a cult movie. You know, because of things they do that was so weird.
Yeah, okay. And then we can see the next scene, it takes us to their home where they have this, for us modern people, we would call it a camping site.
Yeah.
You know, they have their own tent, they have their tree houses, they have their greenhouses in there. So we're like, okay, where are we going?
Yeah. Alright, so the first time I watched it, I'm pretty sure they go for camping. They go in the forest, they cut the heart of the moon. I said, okay, so this is the cult people. Alright, and then they go to the camping site, or they went for camping. But then they cut the, I remember he's eating the heart of a moose. So I said, okay, so they're actually hippies. So wherever we're going, and turns out to be it's more than that. So you don't expect anything from the first 5 minutes.
Viggo Mortensen's character is called Ben Cash, and he's raising his 6 children in the secluded part of the forest, taking in the alternative living method by homeschooling the kids. He assigned books and trained them like athletes and teaching them how to survive in the world with just a pair of knives. The whole scene from they were meditating under the sun, and then they train, and then it goes on into this scene where they're studying around a bonfire, and then they started dancing and singing and all. It's kind of working for me because I would like the life like that. I would enjoy a life like that, you know, being close to nature and all. Sort of my kind of thing.
Yeah, going towards like 10 or 20 minutes of the movie. Like I said, oh, they stay in the national park. How come you can stay in the national park? Beautiful forest in some part of America. Is it America still? Yeah, in some part of America. So yeah.
The arc of the movie sort of started when Ben Cash called his sister asking about his wife. Well, then he got the news that the wife is dead. She committed suicide. Lastly, parents would like to have a Christian funeral for their daughter. Then the whole family of Ben Cash and his 6 children, they came to the church and then started to read Leslie's will, which says that now she's a Buddhist and she wished to be cremated and her ashes to be flushed down the toilet.
That scene was fun for me, for when Viggo Mortensen, as Ben Cash, he reads his wife's will.
And then the children started to doubt their father's ability. One of his son, Relian, ran away to his grandparents' place, and in the event of trying to sort of save Relian, one of his daughter, Vesper, hurt herself. She fractured some bones, and Ben felt guilty, and then he allows the grandparents to take them in. I'm not a good father, so I'm gonna let them stay with their grandparents. I'm sure they're gonna do it better. Then we arrive at one of the most heartbreaking scene, not heartbreaking, well, I would say more heartwarming scene, where the kids want to honor mom's wish to be cremated, and then there's this funny scene where they actually
why she has to lie to that bullshit forever.
And they held their own funeral with the pyre. They burned their mom, and during the funeral they all sing songs and dance. Yeah, there was a very good rendition of Sweet Child of Mine.
Ooh, not at all like the rock star. You should sing it yourself. You should watch it yourself.
They sing songs and dance, and that's what their mother wished. She wanted to celebrate life.
The whole story is about them being hippies. Live love, not war. If you don't really embrace the movie, I mean, you're gonna just say, oh, it's some hippie movies, like they live their own
but
way.
if you actually pay attention to it, there's more to it. They're not hippies. They're not hippies at all. They just prefer the alternative life. So how do you feel about it?
Well, for me, I mean, like, I really love Viggo Mortensen. For me, if I was the kid, I think he was such a cool dad. The one that lets you use knife, the one that you cook yourself, the one takes you to the forest, hunt some moose. But then I would say eating the heart then. Yeah, if it was me, raw. If it was the kid, yeah, everything was fun. What? Oh, eating the heart? No, that's just not. I think the children are already used to the life, to the way they're raised, so everything seems to be normal to them. Like I said, I love his parenting, and I love all the kids that turns out to be they are really smart. Even though you start out to be like they're just some savages who lives in the forest. Yeah, but they're not actually that, because like what they say, like his dad make them read books instead of googling stuff. They don't actually use cell phones in there. It's already have cell phones. I mean, the timeline in the movie is already modern time, but they don't use it. I love the way he raises children because they're really smart. And yeah, I think the storyline was great because everything was weird. I mean, like I think I said like what the F like about 10 times at least in the movie, like about the thing that they do in the movie. So yeah, I love their weirdness of the movie. So yeah, that's what I thought about it.
Yeah, I agree, and I like the movie so much. This is my favorite movie so far, my ultimate favorite movie so far. I think I've watched it 15 or 20 times already. It's the kind of movie like, oh, I'm eating, I better turn on some movie, so hoping to just catch the first 10 minutes, and then I end up watching the whole thing because I love it so much. My favorite thing about the movie is that I love how they were defeating the system. They grow their own food, living close to nature, and they're super smart. Lastly, Cash, Ben Cash's late wife, wrote a letter to her mom saying that we created paradise out of Plato's Republic. Our children shall be philosopher kings. Now here, Plato's Republic is a book. It's a philosophy book by Plato, and in there he said that philosopher king is the ruler who possesses both love for wisdom as well as intelligence, reliability, and willingness to live a simple life. Because honestly, I like the idea of you just take what you need. You harvest what you need. Our body is a very complex system, however, very, very intelligent. We don't need these extra stuff that we thought we need. but actually we don't. I like the idea of living and taking what you need, just what you need, and not being extravagant in things, because then we would be fighting for the attention of others. You know, like what we do nowadays. We have our social media where we have to showcase our perfect life, where it's not that perfect.
Hey, the movie shows that it's okay to be greedy in pursuit of wisdom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to be greedy in order to pursue wisdom. I mean, like, you know, being greedy in getting smart. You know, like learning something, you need to be greedy on that. I mean, for me, I think it's okay for you to, like, you want to know everything. You know, I mean, like, if you become smart and then you become snobbish, that's just you. I mean, that's just you. What do you call it? Being snobbish.
For actor's performance, Mortensen is great in it. His graph of emotions were portrayed well alongside with all his young talents around him, and they did very well. So yeah.
For me, the actor performance, I like the when they become funny, but they're not actually intended to be funny. You know, it's like a comedy movie, but it's actually not. It's just that their weirdness, their philosophy, the way they think. I mean, like, the things that they do is like not like the normal days family people do. So yeah, I like the weirdness of the family, but they're all very smart. For me, like, they're all, I mean, like, his oldest son, but they even know 6 languages. They didn't mention of the other children, but yeah, I guess, like, if his oldest son knows 6 languages, I mean, he treated all of their kids the same. And also, I like the active part where they go to the city, like, they be curious everything, like, they never see stuff. Not that they never see, they read it in the books, but they're curious about everything. Like, this is the first time they see the outside world. Was very real to me. Yeah, the acting wise, and I like the chemistry of their family. The bond felt real. I mean, like, it's Viggo actually, like, been with them, like, very long. So yeah, I think that's the perks of being a very good actor then. So yeah, the actor performance was superb.
So seriously for Captain Fantastic, the director Matt Ross had the actors who portrayed the 6 kids sign a contract promising that they wouldn't eat sugar or junk food for the duration of the filming. George McKay practiced yoga 3 to 4 hours a day once he was cast as Bo, so he could do all the advanced poses he did in the film. He said it was the toughest part of the shoot for him. During Leslie's funeral, one of the most memorable moments of the film, the family sings an acoustic version of Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. In the original screenplay, however, they were supposed to perform a different song, When Doves Cry by Prince. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I hope you like that. So now it's time for Serial Meter. For those of you who are new here, we judge them based on storyline, actor performance, and how do we feel about it. So for storylines, so we give it 80% because it was good, but it's not as strong. And for actor performances, we give it 95%. Well, it's obvious because they're very good actors, even the young ones. And Viggo, well, Viggo is just being Viggo. Okay, so for how do we feel about it, and we give 95%. Yeah, because we really loved the movie. It was very fun. It was a unique movie. Like, it was not expected. I mean, the storyline just great, and so we love this kind of movie. And so for total meter, we give it 90%. Yeah, I think 90% is pretty high. Last time we gave it, like, for Parasite, I think Captain Fantastic does deserve this kind of marks. For Oscars, we're gonna make something for it. I mean, the Oscar nomination probably will be on 13 January. So we are gonna make something special for the Oscar season. So do look forward for that. Thank you for all of you who stayed until the end of this video. I hope you find this review interesting. And if you like it, hit the like button and please subscribe and turn on those notifications. Okay, that's it for this review. I hope see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.